Whether you're pitching or catching, it's all the same. That's what we used to say in prison.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Hello everybody, Harvey Talks Prison here. Today I want to talk about getting turned out in prison. If you're new, subscribe, hit that like, share. Let's get into this. The first thing I want to do is make a disclaimer about I ain't got anything against gay people. You know, do your thing, just don't bring it to me. It's funny. Have you guys ever? You guys know how baseball is played? There's two teams. It takes two to play. But you'll have some people in prison involved in that activity, but saying that they're straight. Whether you're pitching or catching, it's all the same. That's what we used to say in prison. It's funny that sometimes you have, like, I'll give you an example. One time a bunch of us was working out, and the guy we knew comes running up to us and he says, "I got a house mouse," which kind of surprised us. Now, that doesn't mean he turned the guy out, but a house mouse is somebody that does everything he tells him to do. Cleans the dishes, makes the food, cleans the cell, keeps everything nice and neat. But a lot of times they're involved in the sexual part too. So he comes up to us and he says he has a house mouse, and he says, "I have him doing this and that and that." And I said, "Man, what is wrong with you, man? You know, it's one thing to be in a relationship with somebody. It's another thing to force somebody into a relationship." That's the way I see it. And you know, we call the people who were turned out, we call them boys, and sometimes they call them kids. Now, if they're both, the funny part about this is, if they're both doing both, you know, playing both roles, it's called baking a cake, and they're baking cakes. I know it sounds weird, but you know, you may see a couple people, "Man, look at those two, man. They're putting a little Debbie out business." But there are people who claim that they're straight, and how can you do that when you're involved in that activity? That's just the way I see it. You know, at the very least, they're bi. And the guy I was telling you about, I think he was from, surprisingly, he was a white guy, and I think he was from St. Louis. And a couple of my workout partners, they liked him, you know, because he was from St. Louis. But when he told us this, they was just like, "Oh man, you going out like that? You know, why, man? You know, why you you're really messed up, you know." I mean, I'm saying it politely. They was like talking bad to him, you know. And some people who are boys will tell lies and stuff, you know. I told the story of Skip. Now, Skip got put in a cell with this guy that, one of those type that says, "They call me," you know. This guy had long sideburns and said, "They call me Wolverine." Anybody who says "they call me" and gives a name, nobody calls them that. that's just the name they wanted to be called by. And they're the one who started the nicknames are usually in prison are usually started by somebody else. So when somebody says that, it's usually them trying to get the name started. But anyway, he comes out, and I saw him, and I said, "Who's your cellie?" And he said, "Skip." And I said, I knew Skip from the walls, and I said, "Oh yeah," and I just joking with him. I said, "You guys doing anything? He coming after those cheeks?" And he goes, "No." He goes, "After count one night, Skip pulled a piece and told me to take my boxers off or, get the piece, the poker." I said, "Man, stop lying." He goes, "I'm not lying." I said, "Skip pulled a piece on you, he used it." And that apparently, that's obviously didn't happen. And I said, "So, just stop telling him lies." And about that time, there was Skip. And Rosie, dog. So the boy runs back inside, and Skip comes over there and says, "What's he talking about?" And I said, "Oh, I was just messing with him." He goes, "No, you guys talking about something, man. He goes, "What's going on?" I said, "Well," I said, "Skip, you ever pull a piece on somebody and not use it?" He goes, "No." He goes, "I pull a piece, man. I'm going to use it." I said, "That's what I thought." He goes, "Man, what's going on, man?" And so I told him the conversation, and he just started laughing. He goes, "Man," he goes, "I did tell him to drop those boxers. He said he did. And he said, "But I didn't pull a piece." He said, "I just told him to drop the boxers, and he did. He got on the bed." He goes, "I didn't have to say anything else, and he said, "It shocked me." And he goes, but he said, I said, "Man, you don't have to tell him about our conversation or anything." He goes, "No," he goes, I'm not. He says, but he said, "That's really messed up, him putting words in my mouth." One time when I was in the hole, I went to the hole several times, but they put this gay guy in with me. He wasn't like somebody who'd been turned out or anything. He was like that from the streets. And I told this story about him having tobacco that he'd put in a pillow. He took all the stuffing out of the pillow and put the tobacco in it and sewed it back up right nice and neat. That's when we were allowed to have pillows in the hole. Bring our pillows when we went to the hole, we could take our pillows with us, because a lot of times they didn't have pillows in the hole. So we smoking good down there, and he told me, you can smoke as long as if you'll roll my cigarettes for me. I said, "You don't know how to roll?" He goes, "No, not really, not good." So I did, and smoked. But one of the things he told me was, I said, why you down here?" And he said, "I checked in. I went to PC." And I said, "That doesn't make sense. They put you in here with me. I'm from population, and I'm just doing whole time, 10 days whole time." And he goes, "Well, it's supposed to only be for a few days until they find another spot." I said, "Man, that's just really messed up. I said, they should have a separate area for you guys, you know. And he said, well, I came down here with his partner, you know, his person he was in a relationship with. And I said, oh. I said, but it still doesn't tell me why you guys came down here. And he says, there was a dude pressing us. You know, they trying to get us to do certain things, trying to get us to choose up with him, you know. And we didn't want it, so we went to the hole. I said, you all were cellies? And he says, yeah. I said, but now you're not. You know, he's in, like, what, another wing or something? He goes, no, he's downstairs somewhere. He goes, that's who I've been sending kites to, notes and stuff to. I said, well, so what are you guys trying to do, get transferred or something? I said, I never understood you know, not standing up for yourself, you know. And he said, well, look at me. I can't stand up to anybody. And I said, it's not about that, you know. This doesn't matter if you win or lose, you know, if you get into it with somebody. I said, but now you guys are doing hard time. You're down here in the hole. You're separated. And no, you don't know how long you're going to be down here, you know. He goes, yeah, I know. He goes, I wonder if they'll put us in a different housing unit or on the other side. I said, they ain't going to put you on the other side. That's for those with messed up cases. You ain't got one of those, do you? And he goes, no. And I said, well, they ain't going to put you on the other side. And he goes, well, how long do you think I'll have to wait before we have to wait before they transfer us? I said, you know how it is, man. You could be down here months, you know, waiting to go. I said, there's no way to do time for, you know, something you didn't do. I said, you're basically in the hole, you know. And he goes, but they got a PC here. And I said, yeah, they do, but it's you still don't know how long you're going to wait. So anyway, I did my 10 days and got out, and I never saw him again, so I don't know what happened to him. But I just wanted to let everybody know that, you know, because you hear people say, I kind of got off topic there a little bit too. You hear people say, I mean, they're going up and seeing their wives and girlfriends and stuff, but they're telling you that they're straight, you know. And I don't know if they're trying to convince themselves or others, because it doesn't matter, you know. They think if they turn somebody out, this is how they say it. When they turn somebody out, they're not the gay one. It's the person that turned out that was gay. It's baffling. But, you know, like I said, it takes two to play baseball. And, you know, whether you're pitching or catching, you're still playing. And it takes more than two to play baseball. But you guys know what I'm saying. Anyway, that's all I got for you today. And hope you enjoyed this. And maybe it gives you a little bit better understanding. And also maybe it'll keep some young person from going to prison, you know, and having to face something like that. Because it's usually the ones that turned out, the ones that first get into prison because they're scared and everything, and people think they're an easy target. So, and yes, it is frowned upon by many people, but it still does happen. You know, I've read comments in my own videos and in other videos where people saying it doesn't happen because of PREA. PREA isn't stopping anything. I mean, it may help people, you know. It may have slowed it down some, but PREA isn't stopping that. It still goes on, and it may, in Missouri, it may not be that common. It may be looked down upon by many others, but it does happen, and it happens in some states. It happens even more, and in some states it probably hardly ever happens, but it does happen, and it's something you got to be aware of. Thank you for watching.